It's Game 4 of the 2022 NBA Finals. The Golden State Warriors are trailing 2-1 in this series and are in desperation to keep their championship hopes alive. It's a tie ball game, 86-86, until Jaylen Brown catches the ball near the top of the key and takes it straight through two Warriors to give Boston the lead in the fourth quarter. Then about 10 seconds later, Steph Curry throws a terrible pass that Jaylen Brown picks off and makes Golden State pay for it.
Curry stolen by Brown. Brown drives. Flips it up. Off the glass, it goes in. Oh, what a shot from Jaylen Brown. And the Warriors call timeout.
All of a sudden, the Celtics have a 2-possession lead late in the fourth quarter, just minutes away from claiming a 3-1 series lead in the NBA Finals. But not everyone was jumping for joy in the TD Garden. This back-to-back sequence was nothing but bad news for Steph Curry. While the Celtics were celebrating in hopes of making it a 3-1 series lead, Steph Curry had a legacy to save in 2022. You see, Steph Curry during the 2010s, in the eyes of many critics, won championships with arguably the greatest team of all time around him, and more importantly, was never the best player on any of his 3 prior championships. Andre Iguodala won the 2015 Finals MVP, and Kevin Durant won the award in 2017 and 2018. The criticism for Steph Curry at this moment in time was so loud, and it was only getting louder as the days went on. But all of a sudden, Steph Curry had his shot. The Warriors supporting cast was older and less connected than years prior, giving Steph a golden ticket to prove that he could lead his squad without a super team around him and claim that elusive Finals MVP award that every legend before him achieved. And based off the looks of it, the Boston Celtics were on track to take away Steph Curry's honor. Well, that's until the babyface assassin took it to a whole nother gear that we've never seen in NBA history in Game 4. Because this is the game that made Steph Curry the greatest point guard ever.
Curry drives. Off the glass. Curry, another long distance. It's good. Steph Curry. Back-to-back long distance threes. Curry. It's good. Steph Curry from downtown. Back to Curry. Step back, three-pointer.
Shout out Steph Curry, man. What a performance. My goodness. This guy is one of the greatest to ever run that point position. My goodness.
Alright, before we continue, we need to talk about something important. If you're still using a traditional sportsbook app, you're getting robbed. I'm serious. Those apps are quietly taking basically a house tax every single time you win. It's built into the system. But Polymarket is a revolutionary alternative to sportsbooks. It's a prediction market where you trade against other people, and the fee is literally just 10 cents. That's it. And the best part? You're in complete control. Instant trading, instant exits, no frozen cash outs, no blocked trades, no penalties. You can react to the game in real time. For example, let's say I like the Warriors' 68% chance to beat the Portland Trail Blazers. I can buy Golden State, and we're all set. Now, let's say Steph Curry starts going crazy, and the Warriors grab an early lead, and that 68% jumps into the 70s and 80s. I can trade out instantly and lock it in. And if the momentum swings the other way, I can react instantly too, because I'm always in control. That's the difference with Polymarket. You're not trapped. You're trading momentum live. And the fees? They're ridiculously low, literally just 10 cents, instead of that massive hidden cut people are used to. Oh, and before you ask, it's legal nationwide in all 50 states. Polymarket is so confident you'll never go back to the old way that they're giving you $10 free in the app, no deposit required. Use my link below and code EddieBuckets to unlock exclusive early access and your free $10. Again, that's $10 free, no card, no deposit. Links in the description and pinned comment. Alright, back to Steph now. It's the 2019 NBA Finals. The Golden State Warriors are making their 5th straight finals appearance, looking to become the first team since the Kobe and Shaq Lakers to three-peat, while the Toronto Raptors are making their first franchise appearance on the big stage, looking to take down Goliath. However, just a few games into the NBA Finals, and Golden State's three-peat dreams were immediately crushed. Both Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant came down with season-ending injuries in Games 2 and 5, virtually putting Steph Curry by his lone self on the big stage for the first time in his career. And this pressure proved to be too much for the chef. The well-roundedness of the 2019 Raptors roster was too much to handle, and they took care of business in just 6 games, halting a Golden State three-peat and shaking up this juggernaut permanently. Because just weeks after the 2019 NBA Finals, the boiling tensions between Durant and the Warriors were too much, and he departed Golden State and found a new home in Brooklyn. But this wasn't the worst of what was to come. Just a few games into the 2020 season, Steph Curry awkwardly lands on his hand after this layup and ends up breaking it, putting himself out for the entire 2019-2020 season. With no Steph and no Klay in 2020, Golden State suffered tremendously, finishing dead last in the league and one of the franchise's worst records ever at 15-50. And things weren't much better in 2021, as Klay Thompson suffered yet another season-ending injury in the 2020 offseason, putting him out for another calendar year. But they had Steph back though. The babyface assassin put Golden State on his back in the 2021 season, averaging 32, 5 and 5 on super efficient shooting splits, hauling the Warriors to a 39-33 record, a record good enough for the play-in tournament. And unfortunately, they could not capitalize, ending their season with an early loss to Memphis. Another season to forget about, but there was good news in 2022 for the Bay.
He's back! And now, in his 11th NBA season out of Washington State University, number 11, Klay Thompson!
Klay Thompson, after 2 years of constant injuries, was finally back. The Warriors' core was finally healthy for the first time since the 2019 NBA Finals, and the league was instantly put on notice. Golden State jumped right back up to a top 3 seed in the West, proving that the dynasty wasn't done quite yet. Well, I think the playoffs would prove how much gas Dub Nation has left still in the tank. The 2022 Western Conference postseason was a brutal showdown for any team not named the Warriors. The Dubs started off their revenge tour by dismantling the 6th-seeded Denver Nuggets in just 5 games, led by MVP Nikola Jokic. The Warriors then put belt to ass against a young and upcoming Memphis Grizzlies team, teaching the squad a valuable lesson in just 6 games, showing experience mattered more in these big moments. Finally, to wrap up the Western Conference, Curry and Golden State put a screeching halt to the Cinderella run of Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks, taking care of them in a quick 5-game gentleman sweep. When everyone thought Dub Nation had made their final appearance on the big stage in 2019, they were back, and hungrier than ever for vengeance. The Warriors' 2022 NBA Finals matchup was against yet another young and talented team, the Boston Celtics, led by their dynamic duo of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Boston was nothing to play about though. They took care of the Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant Brooklyn Nets in a 4-game sweep, took down the defending champs of the Milwaukee Bucks in a mucky 7-game series. Finally, they conquered the gritty and tough 1-seeded Miami Heat that were itching to make it back to the finals in yet another 7-game takedown. It took a lot for Boston to get here, and they did not care about the experience or championship pedigree the Golden State Warriors had, because they believed it was their time to take over the league, and the only thing standing in their way were a bunch of old-timers. Game 1 of the NBA Finals was at the Chase Center in Golden State, and on the surface, this looked like an easy 1-0 lead the Warriors were bound to take. Golden State was up 92-80 to conclude the third quarter, and they just needed to not make any colossal mistakes, and this series lead would be theirs. Well, except Boston brought the dynamite in the fourth quarter. The Celtics went unconscious in the final frame, with endless deep balls from Jaylen Brown, Al Horford, Marcus Smart, and Derek White. The C's rallied back with a 40-16 fourth quarter to steal this game 120-108 and taking a 1-0 series lead. Game 2 was also in the Bay, and Golden State could not go down 0-2 in this series, with 2 games in Boston coming right up. A Dub Nation win here was almost required to keep this series alive. Game 2 was mostly a close contest throughout most of the first half, with Golden State grabbing a small 2-point lead, but then they absolutely skyrocketed this lead to around 23 points by the end of the third frame, with a Steph Curry avalanche to put Boston too far out of striking reach. Golden State wins in a near 20-point blowout and ties up this series headed to Boston. Game 3 was played at the TD Garden in Boston, and the Celtics felt immediately at home. They started the fourth quarter by grabbing a quick 11-point lead, with a huge 17-point first quarter from Jaylen Brown just by himself, but Golden State would strike back. The Dubs took the Celtics' 12-point lead at halftime and chopped it down to just 4 points, where the Splash Brothers combined for 25 points in that frame alone, giving Golden State life. But this 3-point barrage wasn't enough, and Boston seized a 116-100 victory, giving them the series advantage yet again. It was do or die for Steph Curry and the Dubs. If Boston were to snag another victory in their own building, the Warriors would fall down 3-1 in this series, a series deficit that only a prime LeBron and Kyrie duo were able to overcome in the NBA Finals in recent years. These weren't the Warriors from 6 or 7 years ago. The team was aging by the day and did not have the stamina to take this young and hungry Celtics team to a complete Game 7 ending. If Golden State wanted their 4th ring in 8 years, and Steph wanted his Finals MVP, Game 4 was an absolute necessity that blue and gold came out on top, and the chef had a meal cooking for Boston tonight, but that would come later. To start Game 6, Golden State looked a bit rusty. Steph Curry was coming off of a foot injury from Game 3 and was still trying to find his groove, and Boston took full advantage of this hiccup, getting out to a quick lead early in the first right away. But it didn't take long for the chef to get active, just moments after this Celtics run, and Steph Curry put Al Horford in the blender with this 3. And on the very next play, he shows off his incredible range to Jaylen Brown.
Curry, another long distance shot. It's good. Steph Curry, back-to-back long distance threes and a 5-point lead for the Warriors.
And that moonshot wasn't enough for number 30 because he made sure that all of the TD Garden knew that he hit this shot. But we still have a lot of game left to play. The second quarter was a real seesaw battle for both teams. The Celtics put up some acrobatic finishes and great ball movement to keep control, while Golden State was relying on sheer firepower just to stay afloat. To round off the first half, Boston had a 5-point lead. However, the Celtics weren't ready for what was about to hit them in the second half. To start the third quarter, Golden State started to gain some ground back. Klay Thompson came out guns blazing with 2 quick jumpers, while Marcus Smart matched his output. But little did Boston know that there was a storm brewing, a Steph Curry flurry.
Wiggins looking to post up Tatum. Curry launches a 3. It's good. Steph Curry with his second 3-pointer. Curry. It's good. Steph Curry from downtown.
And maybe some second shots.
Curry again. Oh, Steph Curry from way downtown.
Steph Curry goes nuclear with 4 3-pointers at the end of the third quarter to eventually steal the lead by 1 point. The Warriors clearly have the momentum headed into the final frame of this contest, looking to even up this series by any means necessary, until Jaylen Brown completely silenced Golden State. With less than 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, Jaylen Brown took it upon himself to will the momentum back on Boston's side. He comes out on this curl screen and gets an easy bucket on Steph Curry down low, giving Boston the lead. And then just seconds later, he steals this bad pass from Curry and lights up the entire crowd.
Stolen by Brown. Brown drives, puts it up. Off the glass, it goes in. Oh, what a shot from Jaylen Brown. And the Warriors call timeout.
And just like that, Boston took a 4-point lead late in the fourth quarter, with the crowd jumping for joy. At this point, the Celtics could feel themselves one step closer to sealing off this Game 4 victory and going up 3-1 in this series, making it nearly impossible for Golden State to come back. But not everyone was in a jolly mood. This was a do-or-die moment for Steph and the Dubs. Act now or forever hold your peace. And taking action was simply an understatement from what was about to happen from Dub Nation. About a minute later, and the Warriors claw back their lead in this game, where Steph Curry is being hounded and finds Klay Thompson with an open look where he connects. And then the very next possession, Curry finds himself with a mismatch on Celtics center Robert Williams, and he gets in his bag and connects on this runner. But the chef wasn't done quite yet. If you were to pin any moment that sealed this game for Golden State, it was this dagger right here, with less than 2 minutes remaining. Golden State is up just 3 points and are in desperate need to retain some sort of lead in this game. And who else than number 30 who delivered?
Curry to Green. Back to Curry. Step back, three-pointer. Bang! Steph Curry drills the three. That's a 6-point Warriors lead. Timeout Boston. The NBA Finals are tied at 2 games apiece as the brilliance of Steph Curry on full display. Golden State Warriors are 1 win away from getting back on that championship throne. Curry a long three. That's good! Steph Curry from way downtown. Some Curry chaos here in the third. And that'll do it. It's over. The Golden State Warriors return to a familiar place. They're on top of the NBA world. The 4th title in 8 years. The Dubs dynasty is still very much alive.
And just like that, Steph Curry proved all the doubters wrong. The babyface assassin, who was once seen as just a great piece of a super team and unable to carry the weight of his own team without other greats of the game around him, shut down these narratives with an unbelievable NBA Finals performance. But none of this would have happened without his unreal showcase in Game 4. If you were to point to any moment in this series that truly cemented the legacy of Steph Curry, it would hands down be Game 4. The chef in Golden State had the pressure of the world sitting on their shoulders coming into Game 4, down 2-1 and coming into one of the most hostile atmospheres in all of sports, in search of just one result and one result only, a victory. Not only did Golden State accomplish this, but Steph Curry did it in the most fashionable and impeccable way possible, a performance that no one in NBA history could replicate. Without this stupendous Game 4 outbreak, who knows what the narrative of Steph Curry is to this day? Luckily for us, we don't need to know, because this is the game that made Steph Curry the greatest point guard ever.
So Game 4, Steph was probably the best performance you ever seen.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Steph wasn't losing.
Nah, I don't think it was. It got and like
it was too big for his legacy to lose that series.
So we sitting there, and he just like, enjoy y'all last win. That was game 3. And I was just like, like us? Like it's 2-1. Like, what you mean? Like, I'm sitting here like this. I'm like, man, what size am I? Like, look, I need my ring size. Yeah, nah.
We're gonna post up Tatum. Curry launches a three. It's good. Steph Curry with his third three-pointer. Curry. It's good. Steph Curry from downtown. Curry to Green. Back to Curry. Step back. Three-pointer. Bang! Steph Curry drills the three. That's a 6-point Warriors lead. Timeout Boston.
I hate to say this right now, but to be honest with you, I don't see the Golden State Warriors bringing home another championship.
Y'all gonna sit on First Take. You and Dominique Foxworth are going to sit on First Take and say that Steph Curry will not be in the conversation for a championship in the next 4 years.
Curry along three. It's good! Steph Curry from way downtown. Some Curry chaos here in the third. That'll do it. It's over. The Golden State Warriors return to a familiar place. They're on top of the NBA world. The 4th title in 8 years. The Dubs dynasty is still very much